may be theoretical, but the fun has been experimentally proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Before we begin, I'm obligated by law to inform you that everything in this room emits low-level radiation, and we will not be responsible for any damage which it may cause. I hope you enjoyed your food, and as it is more than 99.9% empty space, you don't need to worry about gaining mass. Unfortunately, the world is out of touch with the universe. Our species no longer embraces physics like it should. Ever since God uttered the electromagnetic wave equation, there has been light, and it has been the job of us physicists to decode it. We have spent years explaining the universe and developing absurd theories that would bring even Einstein to tears. Yet when I look around me, I see nothing but illiterate monkeys waving hands. So it is our duty to undo the wrongs and change the course of history. My first problem with society is that companies have been lying to us. They've been mislabeling their products. You have no idea the danger that lurks behind those brightly decorated storefronts. Why? Just last week, I went into a shop to purchase a packet of chips. However, when I opened the packet, I found thousands of electrically charged particles moving at extremely high speeds. Like any sane person, I took it back to the manufacturer to make a complaint. However, when I showed him, quantum tunneling caused the chips to disappear and reappear in my stomach. I feel violated that the manufacturer did not warn me against these quantum events. As many of you might know, I like to care for the environment, so I get very annoyed when companies do not tell me that their products will increase the amount of entropic pollution in the universe. Climate change I can deal with, but entropy, it just isn't what it used to be. And this isn't even the worst of it. Many large corporations are saying that they're selling you things with no strings attached. Being a string theorist, I find this statement I mean, what type of matter are we dealing with here? No strings. I bet you they haven't even got half a brain. There's people like this who are ruining society. They deserve to be pushed off a cliff and killed by their rapid negative acceleration when they hit the ground. In other words, it won't be the fall that kills them, but their change in velocity over changing time. But fellow physicists, this isn't even the short of it. We, as a superior species, have always been picked on and bullied. We are always chosen last in every sport, even though we have the best understanding of parabolas and the effects of disturbances in the Higgs field on a moving object. These morons, which so many idolize, are literally throwing a ball at a hoop and hoping it goes in. Where is the skill? Where are the quadratic equations? If I could give them a piece of my mind, I would. Just let me at them. Unfortunately, I'm unable to produce 4,000 newtons required to break bones. And as we all know, if we try to take any action, it will be met with an equal and opposite reaction. In the past, this has never worked out in our favour. Never mind, we are and always will be better than them. Not many people know about the science behind Einstein's theories of relativity. You see, for physicists, he developed the general theory, and for everybody else, he made the special theory. Us physicists also find it hard to find that special someone. Biologists can do it with clones, botanists with bushes, and zoologists with animals. But alas, us physicists are left here, pondering the hypothetical. The only relationship which I ever had was with a fellow physicist. However, that ended quickly, after I caught her in bed, battling 3 unknowns. The laws of physics aren't on our side either. For example, electromagnetic fields commonly pose a problem. I look at someone from behind, and they appear quite repulsive. Then they turn around, and they're extremely attractive. Of course, I go up to them to tell them how attractive they are. Yet when I do, their electrons disorder, and they forget how to conduct themselves. Don't get me wrong, I'm no bore. It's just, whenever I ask for a girl's number, she gives it to me to 7 significant digits. No matter how hard we try to educate the general populace about physics, they will always resist. And as we should know, resistance is not futile. It's voltage divided by current. But what if human relationships just aren't our thing? Animals might provide better companionship for us physicists. Schrödinger had a cat. Just a little while ago, it did go missing. But now he's offering a nice reward for its return, dead and alive. Unfortunately, it is radioactive. I suppose, looking on the bright side, it does have 18 half-lives. Mice are another common favourite among scientists. However, I do find it sad whenever I walk into the biological research facility and find them all caged up. Personally, I never test my theories on animals. They get all nervous and give the wrong answers. Maybe it is best for us physicists just to crawl back into our offices and live in the ignorant bliss, unknowing of everybody else's ignorance of physics. Yet we are forgetting that they need us. They need our theories and our equations, for without us there would be no civilization and no society for ignorance to exist in. But fellow physicists, let us not dwell on our failures, but instead let us focus on our successes. Why, in the past year, we used the Large Hadron Collider to find the elusive Higgs boson. What can I say? It was a smashing success. The only downside was that it was a huge blow to the upcoming reality TV show, Australia's Next Top Standard Model. To my great dismay, my time here is drawing to a close, and like uranium-238, I've got to split. For continued discussion on this topic, please jump through your wormholes and join me